Here we are. Hmm. Oops. Oh, that. Oh.
Yeah, of course. You almost create like an artificial. You almost create like a ROM for what you're trying to create. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Over the course of a year. Yeah, yeah. Over the course of a month, or you know, lining up enough, it's creates a lot more thrill. And,
Oh, hey, there's people in the YouTube channel.
oh, a little watching right now.
Yeah. Hoffa's there too. Hey, Hoffa, join the voice. Actually, I can't.
I heard about it. I heard about the. They were talking about union positions, and you heard about it. Wait, yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. It's slap.
Oh, Hoffa. And Hoffa's making a game called Rust Racers. You ever heard of it? It's like a pretty big game. And Hoffa, that's Dave Taylor. He used to work at id. Mike Carroll working on Below the Stone. I think you know that.
There you go. Suck, dude.
I'm making the Raptor level editor. I thought I could get away with not making it, but the other day, I'm redoing the movement, right? So I got to the part where I'm going to have to do the movement on the boss ships, and I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm going to be playing through the whole level to get to the boss ship. I want to be able to make test levels, to be able to test things out like immediately, Well, this thing kind of grew, It was at first it was going to be a port, then it was going to be a simple like enhancement, and then it became like almost two different games. And then I realized that, as long as I'm fixing things, and I found so many bugs, that even the classic mode is not going to be exactly like the DOS version. It's going to run at a higher frame rate and have a little, like the movement fixes and stuff, so it doesn't look like crap like it did. I mean, I'm going, if people want to play it the old shitty way, they got DOS box, I wanted to play the way I thought it should play back in 1994, but it just wasn't possible with the hardware at the time, So, I mean, after you, what did somebody say? Yeah, 10 years down the road, Raptor comes out in 2029, a year it's set in.
It has to be after 20.
Yeah, we talked. Yeah, so it makes sense retro. But yeah, there's a lot of things I wound up. I didn't want to rewrite. My whole idea in the beginning was I'm gonna leave all the old code in there, which is a fucking mess, and then I make new code and then use function pointers. So like the enemy thinking routine, it's gonna point towards the old one for the old mode, and a new one for the new mode. And they'll keep the game loop kind of consistent. But I realized how shitty the damn code is. The old shit. I mean, it's just crap. And it's like I'm not. Dave, are you looking at my stream at all? You got to see this old code. You should. So, yeah, mute me on YouTube. Like, here's all the old movement code. I mean, there's this function that's like 500 and some lines long of this shit. I'm keeping track of the X and the Y's in this move thing, then I move it into some other thing. I mean, there's like a ton of variables that you don't need. It's just, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But it's like this big. Now I replicated basically everything in this little function here. And the old code used like basically like a line drawing kind of function. You know, like with the, you know, the slope of the line and stuff. And the new one just uses a direction vector. Because now oh, that's the font. It's JetBrains font. Yeah, like if you like equal, yeah, it turns into like not equals turns into that. What do you mean? You know, it did at first, and I was going to switch back to the other font, and now I got used to it. So, no, it's still two. It's still two. It's still two. See, like I delete one and turns into an equal sign. Yeah, I know. At first, I was like, "Oh no, I really like the way this font looks," but that was driving me nuts. And then I'm like, 2 days later, I'm like, I kind of like it now. But yeah, this function, it's huge. Who writes a function that big? That controls the enemy movement. And then look, get this. Here's another mistake I did in the original one. So here's where it goes through and releases the enemies, right? That's at the beginning of the think function, right? So if an enemy's released at 32,32, right? Then it goes into the movement function. So the thing's never displayed at the right coordinate. Yeah, it's always like one behind or one ahead. It's like, oh my God. So yeah, I'm just going to replace this whole thing, and it'll make it so much easier to make new ships for the new mode and stuff. You know, I mean, just hacking it into this crap is a nightmare. I love it. You know what's funny? Somebody said, I swear, ask Mike. I'm allergic to streaming. They go, hey, you should do this with Demon Star. I'm like, this has turned out to be more work than I ever thought. There's no way in hell I could go through this again. There's no way. I mean, this is fun doing it once, but there's no way. Oh, man. So I'll probably get somebody to do it for Demon Star. I'm not going to do it. I want to make a new game. Yeah, I can't wait. I don't even want to think. Yeah, go ahead.
You have like two things going on.
Well, I got two things going on at once now. It's like the new Raptor and the old Raptor in one game.
I mean, like, you'd have somebody working on that while you're working on it.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'll do. The Demon Star. I'll have somebody else do it. I think I got a few people interested. But yeah, I just want to make a new game after this. And I don't want to even think about the new game right now because it'll make... Oh, yeah, it'll look cool. It's on here. I'll play it on the stream. Oh, now the bot posts. Yeah, that's sexy. Did they actually convert it to real 3D objects, or is it all fake? Oh, no, but I mean, did they remake the assets, or are they actually doing that off the old data? Because that's kind of what I want to do with the new Raptor, I'm going to take all the old graphics and add lighting and stuff like that. Which I already got working. I have no way to put lights in a scene. That's another reason I got to make the level editor. Yeah, I want to have like spotlights come off of some of those boss ships, like they go back and forth or something. That'd be so cool. You know, oh, there was something I was going to say. I can't remember what it was now, though. Oh, yeah, I came up with this lighting system. You know, like I'm thinking Raptor. I've been thinking about this for years. I go, if I ever make Raptor again, you know, I was thinking at the time Raptor 2. What is that music?
Smurfs One playing in the background.
Oh, great. Where the
You
I don't see the tab.
tab out. You threw the tab to the left.
It's not. Look at. Oh, there it is. I'm probably getting a copyright violation now. Oh, so yeah, the problem with Raptor was I always knew I was gonna make a Raptor 2 someday or something like that. And most of the way you do lights, you got limited per object lights or per scene, whatever. You know, it's usually like 18 or something. And I'm like, God, you know, with all the shots going on, I want every light to have or every particle to have a light. And then I was toying with this idea of making like light maps, like one for the stuff in the air, one sort of stuff on the ground, and just drawing like light objects on a flat thing like that. And then what confirmed it was I was talking to Andrew, and he was asking me questions about Unity and stuff. And I'm like, I started getting interested in the 2D mode, and I'm like, he mentioned something about light maps. I'm like, that's what they're doing in Unity 2D. They're like, it's going to work. So I wrote the light system in like 2 days after that. Because I knew it's possible to work, so. So now I got, well, I can't really show anybody now. No, but the lighting is in there. It's commented out for now. But you know, it's fucked up right now. I could try. I think I have to edit the shader. I think it's commented out. Oh, brother, right now, I hate being put on the spot. Right fucking now, we're gonna kill you. Light shader. Yeah, that looks like it. I love coding, I really do.
What are you working on right now?
God, my fingers are still frozen from being outside. I can't even type. What's it called? What? Why would it not be able to load this file? Oh. That didn't do it. Oh, really? Say something. I think I'm on the wrong. Oh, I'm on the no headphones scene. Sorry. It should be okay now. Shit.
You know, we were just talking about how our audience could make $1 million right now.
Yeah.
You guys missed out. You know, we just said $1 million.
I don't think it's working. Something's fucked up.
Well, then they'll never learn.
Oh God.
Unfortunately, Social Security number, credit card number, that'll help you. What'll help? Get better odds. Get that.
It's a free 1 month subscription.
There.
Cancel
I think the
anytime.
video's good now.
Cancel anytime, refund at any time.
Right.
Actually, we pay you.
No
we
risk.
Actually, yeah,
No
there's
risk.
no risk actually. We actually
No-
pay
no
you
risk.
to give us your credit card number.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
Uh-huh.
Everything's gonna be fine. Your data's completely safe with us.
See, when I don't go through my checklist, I screw it up. So they were hearing only what could come through on my headphones through the microphone.
Okay. So when we were selling our $1 million raffle, that's kind of a
Yeah.
tongue twister. Nobody heard it,
Yeah. That's
and
right.
nobody's ever going to get it because the time just ran out.
Yeah.
They missed their window.
Yeah, it just ran out, unfortunately, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that audio. thing.
Even if one person submitted, we would have gave them the $1 million. But
Yeah.
$1 million.
For the love of
1
one
million.
person.
uh,
Crying shame.
if only one person did it.
Yeah.
I haven't worked on the light in so long. I don't remember how to enable it.
You said you commented out?
This looks like a test.
Oh, by the way, I might need to jump off in like maybe 5 minutes. I have a group of
Fucking
people.
quitter.
Yeah, I'm a quitter. I quitted like a quitter.
What do you need to do?
I have a couple friends in a call that are waiting for me.
No, what you need to do is you need to take some meetings with some publishers. You got some deals going.
Yeah.
See you, man.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I got to work on that, as you could see.
Fucking developer.
GUI. What is it gone? I had specular and all. I mean, that's on the ocean. What the fuck? Blitz Sky. That's not it. Blit GUI. That's definitely not it. Oh my god.
I think everyone in the stream is like believing you less and less now.
I know. You know, I'm not even. I'm in the wrong damn Raptor folder. I forgot I was looking at old code. Now I'm editing old stuff. Oh my god!
You're not the developer, Raptor. Are you even Scott? Who are you?
Yeah. I'm starting over. There, I closed all the files. Sometimes I'll be working on something. Like, why isn't it working? Because I got Raptor scattered all over the place. And then sometimes I'll be looking at the DOS code as reference, and I'll accidentally start modifying that instead of the modern project. You know. Oh my god! I can't believe I did that. I gotta delete those old.
Say something only the real Scott would know. We're starting not to believe you anymore.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't know. I got nothing here.
What do you think of carousels?
Yeah, carousels. Yeah, you should have went to PAX, David. It was fun.
I'm glad you liked it.
I usually don't have fun at those things like that. I remember we went to
It's
one.
an excellent conference.
It was fun. I mean, it was just the only bad thing was like walking around all day. My toes were bleeding.
I am so completely over that. So completely over that. I do not ever need to attend another conference the rest of my fucking
All
life.
the other ones I went to were kind of boring. I mean, they had like the Casual Connect in Seattle,
No.
I just stood around waiting for night to come because then like the big companies rented out like the aquarium and like a bar one night. That was fun. But the actual conference, I mean, it's like,
Scott, I have a problem with this streaming idea of yours
yeah.
and its execution. Your video is now lagged out the ass.
Oh, really?
Oh, is it like is there like a delay, like a lip sync delay?
Well, there's a delay,
just a
but is it
Huge
stuttering?
delay. I'd say it's like looks like it's about a 5-second delay between when I hear what you say and when your face actually moves and says it.
Oh, yeah, that's normal.
Right.
There's nothing I can do about that.
You could get off.
Yeah,
the
that's
stream
actually
and
how
come
he
back to
talks.
Discord.
It doesn't really help it.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
Everybody, yeah, dude, talk to make it even worse by like talking, moving your mouth the wrong way. Yeah, I'm going to this. I know I
You could suck a dick.
I like this.
Yeah.
default shader. Here it is. Here it is. Here, light map 2. Bam, bam, bam. No, I usually have a checklist I go through before I start streaming because back in the day I made so many mistakes, and today I just, Dave called and I was like, "We're going to go to the store." Like, oh fuck, and then we got back and I was like, "Oh, mate, I should stream this." I just started it. And I started it wrong, so oh well. Now, here we go. Is it going to work?
Is Scott actually Scott? We'll find out here.
There,
Is he actually the real Scott?
Can you see the lights lighting it up?
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's sick. I like that. So you are the real Scott.
I'm the real
Would've
Scott.
known. I didn't believe you until just now. I thought you were like a poser this entire time.
Yeah, right now all I do is I'm putting a light on every shot just to show that it works. But you could have 2,000 lights. It ain't gonna slow down.
Yeah. It looks nice.
And the cool thing
Especially-
here, if you guys are watching, this music idea thing
Yeah.
I came up with. Hold on. To explain it, I have to load a FL Studio. Fuck, I don't want the new version.
Did Sam or Paul ever get back to you?
Check Discord. I think the time thing.
They might be asleep right now.
Yeah, I don't know what time it is in New Zealand.
Honestly.
Yeah, nobody replied. Parts test. All right.
Don't you hate when you go in like you're on dark mode all the time and then suddenly you get blinded? You just get the
Yeah, or
get that vampiric that moment of like the vampire seeing the sun.
Yep.
It's just
Oh, I know. That's why I turn on more lights now in my room because I'll be streaming, and every time I run Raptor, the screen turns white in the dark room. And doing that over hours, I start getting a headache. My eye sockets hurt.
you even see the room in the back, like all light,
Yeah.
just white light.
All right.
Burns
Are you guys
everything.
watching?
No,
Let me take a look.
I don't see
No,
your camera on. I'm looking in Discord. There's no camera.
No, I can't. I'm streaming. You can look on YouTube.
No, I want to see the synchronized Scott. I don't want to see laggy Scott.
I'm looking at Laggy Scott right now.
All right.
I
So
wanna look at laggy
every
Scott.
song is going to be made up of levels, right? So each level is made out of a part 0, which is the intro, and one or more parts after that. So this like song part level 1, it's got the intro, and then the part that loops. Then level 2,
You
same
realize you're
thing.
pointing at stuff and saying things while your pointer's completely lagging behind you. It's really, really helpful, by the way.
Well, if you listen to the YouTube
Clarifies
stream.
everything. Yeah.
So anyways, like, yeah, when a boss comes on like the measure mark, so like it'd be playing here,
Sure.
and then when it gets
Yeah,
here,
it's
then
in the
boom.
little
But
event-driven tracks. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, so that'll be pretty cool, you know?
Oh.
I like that. That'll be really cool.
Oh God. Could we make that stop? No,
How much
yeah.
money you got in your PayPal? No, I was not set up to stream. Everything's wrong. Here, this should sound better. And then, like when a dangerous situation stops, we go back to this. Then And that's all done already. It's working. Oh yeah, look here. Let me show you. Our SDLA. Oh, I didn't load the files again. Fuck. Turn up the music in 2.9. So I got it set now. It'll go up to the next level when I press the space bar. But some of the levels are the same now, so it might not be noticeable right now. But say it's
is
like
that your thinking man pose that you're doing right now?
Me?
Yeah.
What am I doing?
You're like I could tell you're like very intently.
Oh
focused.
yeah, I'm coding.
Yeah.
I'm coding.
I don't think the switch is working.
This is what it looks like when I code, by the way. It's usually with a
Oh, there's
nice.
one
ASMR video behind.
A switch.
Wait, that's an ad. One sec. Let's get that.
You watch ads as ASMR?
Only at the start.
Okay, so there's different kinds of ASMR.
This is a ASMR trailer preview.
Okay.
It's about to go into the it's a role play. So
okay.
This particular one is I think
like you're
all said he might die.
Fixing your face, eyes, and cranial nerves. I love
that's what I need.
Cranial nerves. But they're great. They're just a total mind melting, whispering comfort as you could. I find very soothing.
I don't like the ones where they have like a stress ball and then they just cut it with the scissors.
Oh God!
Like, have you ever seen those ones? Those are that's like when you go like down the wrong alley. Like
yeah,
like
that sounds like a wrong alley.
Yeah.
No, I'm a strictly a role play guy. I like haircuts,
nice
massages, exams.
Right.
Lots of exams.
I'm extreme lover of haircuts. That's why I have no hair.
Sometimes chiropractic, right?
Okay.
Sometimes woo-woo shit, right?
Okay.
Anything that just doesn't require any real thought. They're just whispering nonsense into you. Actually, there's a really good one called It's Blitz.
Right.
Have you seen her?
I've not.
She's not hard on the eyes, and she basically has a bunch of friends who are not hard on the eyes.
Come in the Raptor chat.
She does incredibly soothing things for them, from Reiki to making them a nice tea and some cut little dishes of whatever.
Like sushi or something.
Yeah, exactly. And but most of it is sort of like just touch therapy and Reiki and shit like that. And just talking in those soothing tones. It's great how many of them there are now.
Yeah, they're really popular now.
So popular.
It's just there's certain categories that just do the opposite, like the cutting up with a stress ball, or like the ones.
I don't like the ones that are like specifically about like this one has more triggers than you've ever heard. It's like I don't want to listen to a bunch of random triggering sounds.
It's supposed to be soothing. That's how I imagine it. It's supposed to be soothing. It's not supposed to be. Yeah. I'm crushing a.
And I want to be able to expect what's in front of me.
Yeah.
And if you tell me what the role play is, then I know how this goes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I have certain needs. At least when I'm coding, I have certain needs,
Right.
If I'm actually using it to go to sleep, I might look at different ones, but
yeah. For sleep, I need like a rain rain and
That's-
thunder thing going on.
That's a good
That's
one.
kind of I know that's very standard in the ASMR world. But that's kind of like
I've actually never tried that, and I'm actually sort of curious.
doing the rain and thunder one is really good.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I listen to?
I also listen to like video game music too. Sometimes, like
Oh yeah.
Here we go. This stuff
That's
makes me sleep good. YouTube. It's like delta waves sound music or something like that. It's called.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I like listening to the screams of tornado victims.
I like listening to
That's
people
that's
burning on
that's
fire.
very soothing.
Yeah.
There we go. This is what I listen to almost every night.
Especially if they come from deep underneath candle factory rubble.
Uh-huh. After
They've got this-
everything's
they've
fallen
got
down.
this great sort of waxy muting to them, right?
Uh-huh. And after everything's collapsed too, because
That's right.
the fire, you don't hear the fire anymore. It's just the screaming. That's all you hear.
Screaming through the wax.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like to
Sometimes
listen
you
to the
hear, like,
Hindenburg
bubble
going
Very
down.
specific acoustic sort of,
Sometimes you hear it to the bubbles, like in the bottom.
Yeah.
Kind of like when somebody's like screaming at the bottom of a lake, you hear it through the bubbles.
That's
It's kind of like the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you hear it through the wax instead, so there's
That's
a much
exactly.
longer delay.
This example, this guy uses the brackets that fucked up way. It pisses me off.
By the way, guys, if Paul shows up, say hey to him. I might have to jump out, guys. I have a
Yeah, he said he
I have
can't
a,
come in today, but he said hi in the chat, but I think he
Yeah.
saw that.
Yep. I have a publisher meeting that's going to be happening. So
What's
I'll
Scott?
There you go. You're
no,
gonna be rapping some knuckles.
yeah,
You're
exactly.
gonna be rubbing some noses in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Multiple publisher meetings. So
Of course,
I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in a bit.
All right, dude.
Round them up.
Yeah.
See you, man.
See you guys later. Peace.
Later, dude.
Peace.
Peace. Yeah, I'm using that nuclear GUI.
What is that?
It's like what we call that intermediate mode. It's like a header file, one header file, but it doesn't draw anything actually. So it was easy to get it to work with DirectX. So I was going to use it for Raptor, but it's screwed up because it's really based around like a computer input. So it wouldn't work with game controllers easily. So that's why I wrote my own GUI for Raptor. But now for the tools, it doesn't matter because that's only going to be used on a computer,
Yeah.
Oh, I hate making tools. I really hate making tools.
Yeah.
And I think I told you, I lost all the source code to the original like map maker, ship editor. I couldn't find it.
That was heartbreaking to hear.
I still have that Colorado tape drive. Tape. I'm afraid to do anything with it though. I don't want to ruin it. I made that backup like after Raptor off the id server. So it's got to have the latest.
I think you had me go through my old CD collection to see if I had it at one point, didn't you?
Yeah, yes. I probably asked everybody. I was going nuts.
Yeah. I remember looking for that.
Yeah, my mind. You know what? It wound up. How do I say this? What I wound up doing was when I started on, say, Demon Star or Mantra after that, I wound up updating the tools in the Raptor folder. So all my Raptor backups have, not the original source. It's whatever I worked on next, which is probably a dumb idea. And the only actual backup I have from Dallas is that tape.
That's annoying.
I mean, I probably had more CDs. I lost so much stuff when I moved the one time. Oh. But yeah, I've been putting off making the level editor, and it's impossible to get away from it,
It is.
Ugh.
Really, to make sure you do it, you have to commit to release it.
The what?
It
No, I didn't hear what you said.
says really to force yourself to do it, you have to commit to release it.
Release it?
And you said the what?
No, I don't understand what you mean.
Release it to the public.
The level editor?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the goal. I'll just make it open source.
yeah.
Yeah, this is one weird ass project, man. I never worked on anything like this. It's like one step forward, two steps back, or I mean, two steps forward, one step back. Yeah, otherwise you'd be going nowhere. But it's like every time I start on something, I think I'm almost done. Like the enemy movement, I'm like, oh shit. There's no easy
Yeah.
way to test the boss ships. I guess I could make some kind of time thing where I could like, jump ahead, and that's gonna be a pain in the ass, to get to the end of the level real fast.
Yeah.
But I'm like, and for other things, I just need an easy way of like putting something down and pressing a button and it loads up,
Yeah.
and there's no other way around it. And then I thought, well, the new mode is going to have new stuff and stuff. I make the level editor. It'll also be the ship editor too, so I could add new things easily then. And then I don't have to do some fucked up thing for widescreen. I can actually add the extra tiles manually. What I was going to do is make a flip tile on the left and the right, so then it's got an extra 32, 64 pixels on either side, and then with the shield meters, that takes up widescreen. But now I could just do it the cool way. Hell, I could even make it where you could scroll a little bit to the left and to the right. This will be cool though, because in the new mode, all the things I learned about gameplay, which I didn't know during Raptor, I always thought Raptor sucked gameplay wise. I mean, you get all the weapons halfway through, and it's just like you could close your eyes and hold on the button. There's no gameplay value at all to me.
Yeah, I could use some pacing polish.
And do things like mid bosses, and then like what I did in like Demon Star, where every level was broken up into 4 sectors. So like the ground would change a little bit after a little while. So it wasn't like the same thing going over and over, being boring,
Yeah.
Oh, I really hate this. I'm learning a new GUI while everybody's watching.
I'm not watching, I assure you.
Yeah, but there are people in the...
No one is watching.
Why do you explain to people in the chat?
They've got their own lives. They're using us for ASMR. We just need to keep saying the pleasing game developer-y things.
I actually used this GUI before. I just don't remember. I had Raptor working with this. Then that controller thing came up. Yeah, somebody just said, I'm watching every moment. Yeah, the new shields on the new mode will look a lot better, but in the old mode, it's going to look just like it did. And what I got in there now is just a placeholder so I could test things. Those lines. I'm talking to the people in the chat, man.
Thank God. I wasn't following.
I need type.h. Shit. I hate making a new project. Whoa! Where is it? Invalidate caches. Yeah, I tried that. You still use Linux, right?
I'm using it right now.
What Linux do you use?
NixOS.
Yeah, I think you told me that. I'm using I don't even know how to pronounce it. Lubuntu? The minimal one? But I tried that. I tried to get that Wayland thing working, and I did, but not a lot of things work with that now. So I went back to X11.
That is true.
It was so nice and fast, but everything that I needed to run faster was not made for that. So, like OBS, I wanted to stream from that, but OBS used like 100% CPU, so it must not be 100% Wayland.
I guess not. But it's all open source, so if you wanted to, you could track it down and make it your new full-time job.
Yeah. No thanks. Oh, I know. I got to put music on. Like, what am I doing? I am starting on making the level editor. I thought I could get away with it, but without doing it, but There, we got the visualizer going. Check that shit out. Oh. So I guess the first thing I want to do is be able to load the GLB file and display the... Oh, God, that's going to be a pain in the ass. I don't want to make this. I don't.
You should give up.
Never. No, it's like the light at the end of the tunnel. I always try like doing the hard things first. So then like this hope that you get to this point where all the things you don't want to do are done and you can actually enjoy being creative and working and adding new things and stuff. But that's actually, 80% of the game is doing this stuff. So you get to that point, so.
Yep.
Load a GLB. So what we're going to have to do.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, is that Player? I haven't heard from her. She posted after the tornado, but... God, my hands are still numb. Hello? Data path equals... Wait, it's just one back. Right? Right. Dave, do you know anything about this nuclear thing? You ever use it before?
Nuclear thing. Remind me.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's a GUI, UI thing.
No, definitely. Right. Is this Unity? No, this is DirectX stuff.
Oh, it's anything.
What is this?
It's an open source
it's an
thing.
Open source library for GUI stuff. Oh no, I've never heard of it.
Okay, it's pretty cool.
Is it?
I just wanted to know if I had somebody to ask questions.
Fuck no, you don't.
Okay.
GUI code is the worst code.
The what code is the worst code?
GUI code. I find it frustrating.
I still didn't hear what you said.
I find GUI code the worst.
Oh, GUI code. Yeah, I hate doing GUI stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta raise your volume in Discord. I got music playing now.
Oh, I'm competing with the soundtrack, huh?
Yep. There. I got you at 173. I found this guy selling this music, Carl Casey. It's like synthwave, but it's copyright free, so you don't get copyright violations on your YouTube video.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm Scott Host. I'm the guy that made Raptor.
The very same.
I gotta do some Googling. I don't even know where to start on this thing. If it's so cold by you, Dave, how do you type? Don't your hands get all cramped up?
Well, I'm in Santa Monica, dude.
Then why are you shivering and you got a scarf on?
It's because I'm a pussy. I don't live in Chicago.
You were like, I'm freezing or something. I usually said
it's like in the 50s or 60s.
Oh my God.
You'd be wearing like shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, remember that time in Dallas when it was 32, it was freezing and everybody's freaking the fuck out. It's like, it's just cold. The schools are closing, and I remember people at ID calling home, are you okay? Did you make it home okay? It's like, it's just cold.
It was a big deal in Dallas. Well, did you hear about what happened in Texas last year with the gas outage?
You mean the electric outage or the...
Yeah, the gas. Well, it was a gas issue. That's why the electric went out, because their gas turbines were fucked, and they weren't weatherized for extreme weather. And they privatized their energy grid so that it became difficult. And they took it off the national grid so that when their turbines failed, they couldn't get power from neighboring states. So Texans were fucked for like a week or so.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it was longer than that, actually. George Broussard went fucking through it.
I think Terry's got solar stuff and batteries by his house.
Yeah. I think George's pipes burst.
Oh, yeah, I remember the
from
pictures,
cold. Yeah. He sounded miserable.
Yeah, the guy in the chat said he didn't get the water back on until March.
Yeah.
GUIs are not fun, and learning a new API for a GUI stuff is even less fun.
Yeah.
Oh, nuclear examples, huh? Oh, it's got the... I should look at the demo folder, do we? Oh, that's... Oh, I want to see an example of how to display an image on a window. Maybe I should work on something more interesting while I'm streaming. Time is it 8:30 already? Let me load up Raptor. Raptor, where are you? Guess I closed it. Part of me wants to go to sleep. Part of me wants to get something accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, it didn't load. Oh, fuck it. I'm just going to work on this. Or maybe. Metahuman? What's that? Ah, cool. NK image. Is there like documentation on this fucking thing?
Excuse me.
Features, building, gallery, documentation. Here we go. What? Forbidden. Oh, that's some good fucking You gotta be kidding me. The link to the documentation's fucked up. I feel like vomiting.
You should lodge a complaint with your congressman.
That's it. Give me the phone. Oh, God, I feel sick. I hate doing this stuff. This user is not registered. What the fuck does that even mean? It's private? If you're gonna spew, spew in this. Garth. Doc. Here, I think I got it. Here we go. All right, don't tell me how to. I want code. Image, image, image. With image and level push ID. Huh. So do I have to draw it myself, or does this have a thing for that? The thing I hate when you're learning like the BGFX, you're not sure exactly what it does until you like read a shitload about it, or what it doesn't do.
Yeah.
Well, now that I learned the BGFX, I love it. But God, that was painful. I just want an example. I know it doesn't actually do the drawing, but I thought you could make like an example of how to draw like a widget or something. Oh, here we go. Media unchecked. Let's search for this. Buffer image ping. Icon load buffer. Basic demo. I'm thinking that I gotta actually draw like the tiles and stuff myself using like, oh god, I don't want to have to do this shit. Hey, you got any recommendations on a GUI that does like everything?
Wish I did, man. GTK.
PC load. The what?
GTK.
Is that what license does that have?
Um,
I'm there.
You've heard of GTK? It's LGPO.
Oh, it is? Okay. Integrations for rapid application development.
You haven't heard of it before?
I know what GTK is, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I just never used it myself.
Yeah.
This might be more what I'm...
QT is another big one.
Yeah, we went through a bunch of them the other day, and it was like some of them had some really weird licensing things.
Yep.
I mean, since it can be part of the actual game, but it's linked to a commercial product that, you know... Hey, DOS Gamer, what's up? Working on boring shit today. Oh, I don't... Oh. I wish that Keegan guy would come back. He's a wealth of information. The guy that works at Relic. Thanks, man. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta get some water or something. Actually, it's too late to make coffee. Yeah, 8:30, forget it. Oh, alrighty then. I turned off the music. I had music playing for the iguana. Ah.
Iguana music.
She likes music. She likes like synthwave music. It keeps her calm. If there's like no music on, she'll go jumping around the cage like making a commotion.
Oh, that's nice.
Or when I let her walk out, she'll like come and sit by the speaker.
How old is she?
I guess around 11.
How old do they get?
I don't know. I think old.
How old do iguanas?
Yeah, that's what I'm typing.
Yeah.
20, more than 20 years. When cared for, a healthy iguana can easily supersede that and live more than 20 years.
10 to 15 is more likely. So you're looking at an old iguana right there.
Well, she doesn't act old. Just crazy. It's weird. You don't think that they're like to be like a smart thing, but she's really smart. Like in the summertime, she goes and sits on the windowsill.
Okay.
Then sometimes when she wants to eat, she'll go in the kitchen and wait. And when she wants to go swimming in the bathtub, she'll go climb in the bathtub and wait for me to fill it up with water.
Wow. She's got you well trained.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes like she'll come up and sit right here by my keyboard, my music keyboard, while I'm working next to the speaker.
Yeah.
And she used to bite me. My God, she used to be crazy. She used to chase me around. I was like worried that I'd have to like have her put down. Cause like I mean, she bit my one finger right to the bone. I have no feeling in this finger.
I remember.
And then I'm joined all these iguana clubs, and I'm asking people and reading things on how to calm down iguana. And it took like 3 years.
A shoe leather moment for me, I think.
Yeah, everything I was doing was wrong. You know, it's like never come up, you know, from above, because that's how they're preyed on in nature.
Oh.
And first, like, get her used to you being near her. Don't touch her right away. So I spent like a year, just like I'd want to pet her like a cat or something, and that's wrong. Even though my other iguana before that used to let you do that.
Yeah.
Then I slowly let her come out, and then I'd be watching TV, and I'd put her on the chair next to me, on my friend Mike's chair, 'cause he's got a desk in the next room. And now she's just totally. I mean, so I'll put my finger in front of her mouth, and she'll open her mouth like, but then she'll think like, no, I'm not gonna do that. We still got to be careful, because if you do something from above or something, she still freaks out. Oh man, I'm at step 0 again with this gooey shit. I think I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna try this GTK thing. That looks more like what I'm looking for.
You know, did you write your code more in C or C++?
Yeah, it's kind of a hybrid, I'd say. I'm not using any classes, but I use a lot of namespaces and stuff.
Okay.
But this is a totally separate app. I can write it any way I want.
Well, you might want to use Qt instead.
Was that one easier? I thought maybe my friend went through that when it was a reason.
It's yeah, it's quite a bit more sensible for C++ type stuff. And GUIs lend themselves to object-oriented crap.
Is that the one that like looks the same on every OS?
Yeah, they both do.
Okay. Yeah, I think we were looking at this one. There's a weird licensing thing. Where does it say to license?
I don't know. Type Qt license into Google.
Yeah, that would be the first step, right?
Yeah. I think NVIDIA bought them. I'm not sure.
GPL and LGPL v3 open source licenses. Qt tools and some libraries are only available under GPL.
Yeah, but you're not getting the tools. You're just getting the library.
Yeah, it would be cool to use the quick designer, though.
Yeah, but you're not releasing that as part of a product.
So can I legally use that to make
Sure.
Windows?
Yeah, sure. But you just can't ship it.
Can't ship what?
The tool.
But I want to release it as open source.
You can ship the Qt library. You can't ship.
Oh, the
you can't
designer.
necessarily- You can't necessarily ship tools made with the Qt.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But if I make a level editor with this, and I made Windows with the Qt designer,
Yeah.
the resulting project is okay, right?
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
That is okay. Yeah.
I know this looks huge.
That's generally the case. It's complex. It's old. It
I
does
don't
all
know.
the things.
I don't know.
It's the GUI behind like so much commercial software. It's silly. So it's got all kinds of
I think
aging
that's what
warts all over it from that by now.
Slick Edit uses one of those. The editor I use.
Everything uses one of those. Most of them use Qt, I think.
Blah blah blah. I'm not going to even look. I don't know. This GDK looks more like what I want.
Oh, yeah. What do you like about it more?
It just seems simpler. It doesn't seem so huge. I hate huge things.
Maybe it's just a simpler looking website.
I know, right?
Maybe you should type into Google which is easier, Qt or GTK.
Hmm. Oh, I spelled easier wrong. That might help.
What is this you're using to stream?
OBS Studio. Here, I'll put it on the... If you're looking at the stream, you can see it.
I was just curious.
It's basically, I mean, it's basically the main thing people use, that in Streamlabs, but Streamlabs is based off OBS. It's a little fancier GUI, but I stopped using it because OBS gets updated sooner. I don't know which way I shouldn't even make decisions at late night. I'm just going to spend the rest of this stream looking this shit up. Might be boring to watch, but...
You know what it is? It's just incredibly demoralizing to think that you're at the base of this giant mountain.
You mean starting something like this?
Yeah. I just find GUI efforts. Exactly.
Oh, I hate doing UI stuff. I mean, I hate it. Or I say I hate going into it like this, where you don't know what to use, and then you got to learn it before it becomes second nature.
Yeah.
I remember going through the Unity GUI. Oh my god!
In the process, you'll find out all the things you should have researched more carefully before you chose to use it.
Oh. I'll probably just stick with that nuclear thing. I think I'm just tired. And the fact that I don't want to do this, I'm looking for some easy way out.
Yeah.
And I've used nuclear before, so. But it's like I'm not sure. Like I feel like when I started on BGFX, I didn't know how to look at it. Like, what does it actually do? What doesn't it do? And you find out it's basically a real minimalistic thing.
Yeah.
And then once you get your head wrapped around that, it's like, oh, this is pretty easy now.
How would you describe the minimalistic thing that BGFX does?
What do you mean?
To the unfamiliar with BGFX, how would you describe
Well, you got it's basically
narrow
just
thing it does.
what it seems like to me is just a way of like talking to the GPU in a low level way. It doesn't do meshes for you, or you got to build everything yourself. It doesn't do batching.
Yeah.
You got to do all that yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
It was like when I started, and I'm like, does this do this? Does this do batching? Do I have to build all the meshes myself? I didn't know what it did. And the documentation's pretty sparse,
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait a second, this is just like almost like OpenGL or something or another, or like DirectX or whatever. It's basically a low level way of doing all those those commands,
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's actually nicer than using like DirectX. I never liked DirectX. OpenGL's all right. Oh. See, the problem I have... Does OpenGL work by default on Windows, or do you have to install something?
By default.
I thought I read somewhere that they don't... Windows doesn't work with OpenGL by default anymore.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I mean, does it? I don't know. Should Google that.
My God. Okay, well, it says without drivers, you'll default to a software version, but yeah, if it comes with drivers, you get the, oh no, this is last updated. Oh, okay, this is old shit, never mind. I'm sure, come on, give me a break, this is 2021.
See, here's my problem. If I do this with the nuclear, I don't want to have to make different ways of drawing stuff for every platform, Although this does work with
sure love coding, right, Scott?
not GUI stuff. I just, in this tool, I don't want to go overboard doing all this shit that I don't have to do if I use something else,
Yeah, I am. This is why I really am very, very happy working at jobs where I can stay on the command line and minimize my GUI stuff. You know what? To be honest, Scott? I've got an answer for you. Why did I even hesitate? Scott, I got a question.
Okay.
Why did I even hesitate?
I don't know.
The GUI library for you is called the web browser.
What?
I'm not kidding. It is so much easier to do stuff, even in React, than to use most GUI libraries. You can get shit done so much faster and cleaner, and it's pretty impressive. And then once you've actually done it, it obviously scales much better too, right?
In what? In web browser? What do you mean?
Basically, develop your tools in JavaScript to run in a web page.
I don't know if I want to do that. Well, see,
I'm
it's going to be.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah, if I can't use C in structures, loading all the files is going to be hard because all the old files are stored as structures, and I have to read in like everything manually then in like Java.
No, JavaScript.
Just JavaScript, whatever. Yeah.
And you can use C add-ons to JavaScript, no problem.
I don't know. That sounds convoluted. I mean, I want to be like for this. If I'm using C,
the reason I mentioned this, the reason you should make note of this, even if you decide against it this time, which I would not blame you for at all, is because the GUI editing tools and just GUI maintenance in general has gotten a lot more love and attention for web developers than it has for anybody else on the planet. And as a result, you really just can't beat the authoring tools. You can't beat the data migration stuff, all kinds of stuff. They've gone leaps and bounds. It's amazing. The short answer is that even the performance is amazing now.
But here's another thing. I want to use C because like this glb API.cpp and a couple of other files from the game, I could use directly in here without having to rewrite them in some other weird language,
Yep.
That's why I want to keep it in C.
Sure.
I mean, rewriting the GLB stuff, I already tried that. I was going to do that in that processing thing, but I decided. I mean, I could literally make the editor in this too, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't have GUI stuff. You have to basically program buttons and stuff yourself. So,
Well, anyway, that's my 2 cents. Just wanted to share it because it's something that frightens me too. And in my most recent job, I've been extremely impressed by what Node.js and what browser JavaScript engines can do now. It's actually, with TypeScript, it's actually a clean language.
yeah, I'm sure that it simplifies that part of it, but then the data aspect of it doesn't. So,
Well, no, actually, TypeScript does simplify that dramatically because it is JavaScript with types, you know?
yeah, if there's a BGFX nuclear thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if I get it working with BGFX, I'm saved because then I know how to do the low level stuff already.
Yeah, cool.
I'll probably wind up using this. Now, I'm just trying to think of every aspect of the pros and cons of everything. Like, I just realized, like, yeah, I'm writing this with DirectX now, but if I got to manually draw the tiles on the screen or the ships on the screen and stuff, it's going to be different for every platform, like, OpenGL or whatever it goes on.
Yeah.
But then if I use BGFX, it's already handled. Ooh.
But you already switched over, right?
What?
You're already using BGFX.
In the game, but I could use BGFX as the back end to Nuclear in the level editor.
Yeah, yeah.
And that concern is gone then.
I see.
Yeah, it's 8:54. I'm not going to start this now. But yeah, I'm just going to switch it to BGFX. From what I could tell, since I Googled it, and there's nothing about displaying images and stuff with this Nuclear. I'm pretty sure you got to do it manually.
Yeah.
Then I just ripped stuff out of Raptor to display it. I don't know. Yeah, before I make a decision, I want to think on this. I think my best things when I'm going to sleep at night. I usually wake up like with I should have just done this. I'll have a totally different answer that's simpler.
Yeah, yeah. I love sleeping.
I like sleeping when you get something done and you know what you're going to work on the next day and you could fall asleep thinking about it.
Almost every day to me.
Really?
It's incredible. Oh my God, yeah. It's amazing what I realize when I wake up the next day.
Yeah, lately it's like if I don't get something done, I don't go to sleep. I don't sleep good. I got to have like that sense of accomplishment or something. This just feels like it's taking so damn long. Basically consume my life. I don't do anything else except play Overwatch on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I was thinking, who was in the chat the other day? What they should study programmers like as habits and stuff, when they're doing studies for like Mars missions and stuff. I mean, I lived in this room for basically a year now, over a year, ever since the pandemic started. I mean, I worked a lot before that, but I don't do anything now,
Did you see Hafez saying embed Chromium?
Where what?
Hafez said embed Chromium.
Oh, in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not looking at the chat.
I wasn't either. And then I did. And I saw wisdom. Wisdom from the outside. Speaking of, I need to go revisit the outside. It was a pleasure hanging out. I will chat with you later, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream. I'm just gonna watch TV and think about this. I don't like a split decision now.
See you guys.
Good night, dude. And good night, everybody in YouTube land. I will be back tomorrow.